Hello and welcome to Shannon Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So in today's video, I thought I would head to my local Home Depot to check out what they've currently got in stock in their gardening center. I'm so excited to have a look, so let's get going. All right, you guys, we are at my local Home Depot in Georgia and we're going to check out what they've got. First, I came across these 8-inch Boston ferns in plastic hanging baskets for $9.88. They have these pre-planted planters of Angelonia for $18.98. The Angelonia attracts butterflies and has an upright growth habit, growing to a height of 10 to 15 inches tall. They've got the white colored flowers in grayish black containers and then purple colored flowers in white containers. They have pre-planted white sun patience for $34.98 for the 14-inch container. These versatile plants are marked for sun or shade and are heat tolerant. They are noted to grow to a height of 18 to 30 inches, and they also have sun patience in larger containers that come in white and red and this pretty pink color with the variegated leaves that have a touch of pink in the leaf as well. Now these pre-planted containers are priced at $49.98. They have Bonnie 4.5-inch herb and vegetable plants that were $4.98 each and are now marked at 3 for $12. There are a wide variety of tomatoes and peppers, herbs, and other vegetables. And then they also have 3.5-inch burpee vegetables and herbs that were $2.98 each and are now marked as a special buy at 5 for $10. They have 2-gallon Speedwell or Veronica Skyward Blue for $16.98. This is a full sun perennial, which I actually purchased from Home Depot last year, and it's done very well in my garden and actually remained evergreen for me throughout the winter, which was a surprise. They are full sun perennials that are said to bloom mid to late summer. However, my Speedwell actually began blooming in spring. They do have smaller containers of the Speedwell as well in 1-gallon sizes for $7.98 each in both purple and pink varieties. They have 1-gallon Lyrical Blue Salvia for $7.98. This is marked as a full sun perennial that blooms late spring through fall. The height is 10 to 36 inches, and you can see that the bees were really loving this pretty salvia during my visit. I saw several bees on the plants. They also have annual salvia in hanging baskets for $18.98 each. They have an upright growth habit and are noted to be deer resistant and drought tolerant. They have annual lantana for $7.98 in several different colors like yellow, multicolored with orange and yellow, as well as multicolored with pink and yellow. These are full sun annuals that attract butterflies, hummingbirds, and bees. As well as the pre-planted planters I mentioned earlier of Angelonia, they also have smaller containers for self-planting for $7.98 each. They have both white and purple Angelonia. This hardy butterfly-attracting plant has an upright growth habit with a height of 12 to 14 inches. There's 2-core annual verbena, which is a full sun annual with a mounding habit that grows 6 to 10 inches in height. They have white verbena as well as this beautiful pink and white verbena, and these are priced at $7.98 each. They have Blue My Mind Dwarf Morning Glory for $6.48, and I actually planted this last year in my red, white, and blue basket I put together in the summer, and I absolutely loved this annual. It performed very well and is definitely something I'll be planting again this year. It's noted as full sun, however I had mine in most sun with a bit of shade in the afternoon, and it did quite well for me. They have Super Tunia Mini Vista Pink Star Petunias for $6.48 each in this pretty pink and white color, the Super Tunia Mini Vista Violet Star Petunia, and the Super Tunia Mini Vista Indigo Petunia for the same price. They have Super Bell's Black Currant Punch Calibrachoa for $6.48. If you've heard me talk about Calibrachoa, then you know I definitely have a preference for these and like these much more than petunias. I will put a link to my favorite annual video in my description if you guys are interested in learning more about the Calibrachoa. They have Lemon Coral Sedum for $6.48, which is a lovely bright plant that is heat and drought tolerant and deer resistant. I use it in my containers and not only love the look of the foliage, but love the texture as well. They have a small container of the Hollywood Hibiscus Sweetheart for $8.98. I actually really like this smaller size and picked one up to plant in the container that I have. Just look at the beautiful pink center fading to the white edges. This is noted to be long blooming, heat tolerant, and attracts hummingbirds. They have annual combo pre-planted cocoa lined hanging baskets for $29.98 that's marked for full sun. There's a variety of different flower combinations and they were very pretty and easy if you're just looking for a grab and go hanging basket. They have different colors of wave petunia six packs for $12.98 each in purple, white, hot pink, and red. They also have separate containers of wave petunias that I saw for $2.98 each in white, light yellow, purple, pink, and red. There are 1 quart caladiums for $5.98. These are for part sun and a plant I like to use in containers as a backdrop in my planters. They have a lot of different color variations that you can use and pull out some of the color in the caladium when you pair with other plants or flowers. We have a sweet potato vine for $5.98, which brings that nice bright chartreuse color to your garden and containers. This has a trailing habit and is a plant I'll be adding to one of my containers this year to drape over the side. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos for a bit, then you know I absolutely love the next plant, which is the Penta. These 1 quart Pentas are $5.98 and we're in stock in red, white, and pinkish purple. I'll link a video I did in the description about my favorite annuals, which includes the wonderful Pentas if you'd like to learn more. They have 1 quart purslane for $5.98 in bright orange, pink, and a really pretty yellow with orange striping. This is another annual that I usually use in my containers in the summer. It's very hardy, drought tolerant, and attracts butterflies. They have pre-planted vinca in plastic containers for $15.98. Vinca is a full sun annual that is noted to be deer resistant and drought tolerant. They also have smaller size vincas that you could self-plant for $6.98 each in this bright pink, white, and light pink that has darker pink centers. They have begonias for $6.98 each. These are part sun annuals and they have them in white and pink, and then a couple of choices with darker leaves in the white and pink as well, which I thought provided some nice contrast, especially with the white flower set against the darker leaf. They have a part sun ground cover called Carpet Bugleweed Bronze Beauty that grows to a height of 6 inches for $2.98. This has a beautiful purple bloom set against those lovely bronze leaves. There's Endless Summer, Summer Crush hydrangeas. These are recommended for morning sun and afternoon shade and are noted to grow 18 to 36 inches high and wide. These are $28.98 each unless you purchase 15 or more, which are then marked as $23.18. They have Endless Summer Bloomstruck, which is also a reblooming hydrangea that has darker green leaves, which really help the flowers to stand out even more. These are marked as $28.98 as well, and are also marked as heat tolerant and disease resistant. There are pink double knockout roses marked for full sun and are hardy in zones 5 through 11. I've found the knockout roses to be very dependable in my landscape and easy to grow. These knockout roses are noted to grow 3 to 4 feet high and wide and are $16.98 for the 1 gallon size. Came across 2 gallon Rambo hostas that are $9.88 each, marked down from $16.98 each. They have the beautiful chartreuse color that really stands out, particularly with hostas preferring shade, which would really add some light to a shadier environment. They have the Cathedral Bells Shrub Rose, which smells divine and are so pretty with all the layers of petals. These are marked at $29.98 for the 2 gallon size. They also have White Lies, which is a Floribunda rose for the same price at $29.98. They have smaller containers of different varieties of hostas for $8.98 each. This part sun perennial can grow anywhere from 6 to 36 inches depending on the variety. They have a mounded growth habit and bloom early summer to fall. I came across these cute welcome planters for $39.98 with a built-in water tray. This is a ready-made planter that's so pretty with the different pre-planted flowers and the cute welcome sign that you could just sit outside your door to greet your visitors. There are elephant ears for $24.98 that are noted to grow to a height anywhere from 24 to 48 inches. This is marked as a part-sun perennial that blooms midsummer, and it looks like they start out as this green color before they turn to this pretty dark purplish black coloration. This would look really neat against a lighter background and paired with a chartreuse colored plant, in my opinion. They have 1 gallon echinacea for $7.98. I actually just picked up some of these and planted them in my garden, and I'll link that video in my description if you're interested in learning more information about that. The echinacea that's shown here is a pretty orangey yellow color that reminds me of the sunset. This is a full sun perennial that attracts bees, butterflies, and birds and is deer resistant. We have Gora or whirling butterflies for $8.98. I've had Gora planted for years as well and find it to be a very hardy perennial with flowers that are so light and airy and really look so dainty blowing in the breeze. This is a full sun perennial that I've definitely enjoyed having in my garden. They have geraniums for $7.98 each. These full sun annuals grow 8 to 20 inches tall and are in stock in different colors like this hot pink, white, reddish orange, and then a deep red. This is an annual that I'm also planting this year in my containers and have found them to be pretty easy to care for in the past. Next is the part sun ground cover creeping Jenny. This 4.5-inch container is $2.98 each. I absolutely love using my creeping Jenny in containers, and the plants that I had last year have come back this year, so I'll be able to use them again, which I'm thrilled about. I'll insert a picture here so you can see what it looks like when it fills in my hanging baskets. Next is the Calypso Lyman Dipladenia, which is marked as having an upright mounding habit and is a drought-tolerant plant with nonstop blooms and is easy to care for. It grows to a height of 12 to 24 inches and is $8.98. This plant attracts butterflies and hummingbirds and is noted for full to part sun. They also have the Rio Dipladenia for $6.98 each. This is the type that I usually purchase for my containers and hanging baskets that I absolutely love and use yearly. They have pink, white, and red colors. I included this annual as well in my top 5 annuals video, which I have linked in the description if you'd like to learn more. I came across this panicle hydrangea, which is a hydrangea that's more suited for sun. This variety is called Bobo. This is marked for USDA hardiness zones 3 through 8. It grows 2.5 to 3 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet wide. This variety blooms beginning with white flowers that age to pink. The price is marked for a 2-gallon at $29.98. They have the Crepe Myrtle Berry Dazzle for $29.98. This one had just started blooming with a beautiful berry color, and what I really liked about it was not only were the flowers themselves very pretty, but I thought that the flower buds and the stems were just as pretty as the flowers themselves. There were several gardenias in stock, which I wanted to highlight just a few of them. First is the Heaven Sent gardenia, which has an upright habit and is noted to grow 36 to 48 inches in height. This part sun shrub has a wonderfully beautiful scent that I was able to smell while I was walking throughout the outdoor area. Next is the Echo Swan Princess reblooming gardenia, which is a full sun shrub that blooms late spring and repeats midsummer through summer. Then they had the Swan Queen reblooming gardenia, which has a bigger bloom than the princess variety and is marked as a part sun shrub for $30.98. I have to say that this one was probably my favorite with those lovely big blooms and pretty swirls of petals. This is said to grow to a height of 30 to 48 inches tall. They also have the Gardenia August Beauty, which is marked as deer resistant, growing 4 to 6 feet tall and blooms late spring through summer. This is marked as a part sun shrub, and the price marked is $21.98 for the 2.25-gallon container. I thought this plant was pretty, and I don't recall coming across it before. This is the Barberry Sunjoy Gold Pillar. The light exposure is marked as sun, and it's stated to be durable and grows in a column habit. Not only is the color beautiful now, but it's noted that the yellow foliage turns orange in fall, which sounds just lovely. It's marked for zones 4 through 8 and grows 3 to 4 feet tall and 1.5 to 2 feet wide. They have ever amethyst agapanthus, which is a part sun perennial that grows 2 to 3 feet high and 1 to 2 feet wide and is hardy in zones 8 through 11. It's noted as a semi-dwarf variety that reblooms multiple times from spring to summer and is also noted to be drought tolerant. It has this beautiful, nice dark purple color, which I absolutely love. They have encore azaleas in different sizes and varieties. The 2.25 gallon size is marked as $29.98. These aren't blooming at the moment, but I'll show some varieties that I did run across. First, we have the autumn lily, which is marked for light shade to full sun and grows to approximately 4.5 feet high to 4 feet wide and is hardy in USDA zones 6A through 10. Next is Autumn Embers, which has a deep red-orange semi-double bloom. This is a smaller size azalea growing to approximately 3 feet high and 3.5 feet wide in USDA zones 6B through 10, and they are marked as $12.98 for the 1 gallon size. Then we have the Autumn Royalty, which averages 4.5 feet high to 4 feet wide and has purple blooms. And then there's the Autumn Bonfire for $24.98 that has true red semi-double blooms and is on the smaller size, averaging approximately 3 feet high and 3.5 feet wide, and is noted as hardy in USDA zones 6A through 10. And then the last plant I'm sharing today is this beautiful foxglove. This is noted as a part sun perennial that attracts hummingbirds and bees and is deer resistant. It blooms late spring to midsummer and grows to a height of 24 to 48 inches. The 2 gallon size is marked as $16.98. This is such a pretty flower that grows on this taller stalk, which I think would be a really nice backdrop to a gardening area. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I always enjoy visiting my local gardening centers to see what they have in stock and what I may want to add to my garden. And I did pick up a few things for myself, which I'll be including in some upcoming videos. So thank you guys so much again. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you can be notified each time I upload a new video. All right, until next time, you guys, happy gardening and goodbye.